Hello guys, this is Vysh. So today Friday we'll do Science and Tech episode number 103. So if you've not seen the previous episodes, please watch it. It's there in a single playlist where different teachers are teaching different subjects. Okay, each one is like a geography environment on Tuesday, then polity on Wednesday, and economics on Thursday, and CSAT questions on Saturday. Okay, and Sunday, Monday, and Friday I'll be taking history, current affairs, and science and tech. So everything what you need for your UPSC preparation, that will be covered here. So now these are the different subjects also for which free lectures are there in English and also in Hindi language also it is there. And this is the WhatsApp number where you have to come and contact so that you will get the foundation video which you have to watch mandatorily before going into lectures. So first question for today is, just one second. Which of the following are true about Tourette syndrome? So this is a nervous disorder and there is no cure for this disease. So two statement type question, one only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. So in this you have to tell the answer. This is from recent March current affairs. This was in news. So you have to tell which one is the correct statement. Your answer will be C, that is both 1 and 2. It is a nervous disorder and there is no cure. This develops during childhood or adolescence. Also there is no prescribed medicine for this disease. It causes tics. Okay, so tics means these are these fast repetitive muscle movements that result in sudden and difficult to control body jolt or sounds. Okay, like sudden movements will be there in children and all you would have seen sometimes. So that one gets more frequent and that is the kind of symptom for this disease. This coughing, blinking, sniffing, throat clearing, facial movement, these kind of things will be there. So this ICD-11, which is of the WHO, it's a list. Okay, ICD means the International Classification of Diseases. It puts this disease into the category of neurodevelopment disorder. It means there is some problem in the development of the nerves. So WHO prepares this list and the last list was created in 2019 and came into effect in 2022. In that all these kind of diseases and their classifications will be there. So ICD categorizes a disease based on symptoms, social circumstances, complaints and several other factors. Based on these parameters, it generates a 6-character long code. This is done to help the policymakers, international platforms work towards their elimination. Okay, so all the details will be there and so other people can make policies to eliminate that disease or make vaccines for that disease and all. So this again, tics are the thing which is unpredictable and that is the main thing which happens. Now, why this is in news? Okay, why this is in news is because this one singer, Scottish singer, you would have seen the video on Instagram and all. He faced difficulty in singing during his live show and his fans completed the song for him. Okay, whatever he was like struggling, that the fans sang it and then that video went viral. Okay, so he was suffering from this syndrome and every newspaper has covered it and that is why you have to learn a little bit about the scientific background of it because UPSC will ask questions from that only. So you can pause and read this. My students will get the PDF of this. Enrolled test series enrolled students will get the PDF of it. If you are not enrolled, you can again come and WhatsApp this and get the monthly enrollment alone. Okay, if you don't want all subjects, at least current affairs, you can come and enroll. Now, which of the following are true about sickle cell anemia? So this again is a disease. It affects the RBC or the red blood cell count in the this thing in the human body. Then during the Union Budget 2023, the government of India launched sickle cell anemia elimination mission. Then this in consanguineous marriages, when both the boy and the girl in marriage have sickle cell traits, there are 25% chance that their babies will have sickle cell anemia. Okay, meaning it's like I think same blood marriage or like cousins marrying or that kind of things. Okay, that marriage, if there is this symptoms in boy and girl, then 25% chance that the baby also will get it. So options here are 1 only, 1 3 only, 2 only, 1 2 3. Okay, so these things and all, it's like you have to know every statement, only then you can solve it. Okay. And UPSC is asking little difficult questions in science and tech these days. So the diseases, the vaccines, especially after the COVID time, they are asking many questions which are related to these things. Okay, the cells, molecules, the receptors, RBC and WBC. And about this everything, we have done free lectures also in our channel. There is 2 playlists, Science and Tech in English also, Science and Tech in Hindi also, where we have taken care of every topic which UPSC will ask. So please watch that also and enroll to test series also and you will be able to solve every question which comes in prelims. So here the answer, everything is true, 1 2 3, all the statements are true. So this affects the RBCs in the human body. When a person suffers from this disease, his RBC, which is usually rod shaped, will deform. Their shapes are affected. The primary function of RBC is to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. In a person with sickle cell anemia, the oxygen carrying capacity of the RBC is affected. The disease creates adverse effects if left untreated. And now during the Union Budget 2023-24, the Government of India launched this mission to eliminate sickle cell anemia. So under this mission, the Government of India is planning to eliminate the disease by 2047. Okay, in SSC exam and all, they will ask you this year also. So make a note. So the mission will screen 7 crore people. People in the age group of 0 to 40 years are to be screened. Tribal areas also to be targeted. And this kind of marriages where this boy and girl have the symptoms, 25% chances that the babies will have sickle cell anemia. Okay, so now sickle cell are those cells that form C shape, just like the shape of a sickle. Okay, so like this sickle, you will know. Okay, so that shape it will be. So they deform themselves. So this marriage is what? Marriage between individuals who are closely related. Though it may involve incest, it implies more than the sexual nature of incest. In a clinical sense, marriage between two family members who are second cousins or closer qualifies as consanguineous marriages. Okay, so that's an extra term which you studied now. Now question number 3. Museomics, which was seen in news in context of, in what context it was seen in news? Okay, financial data, genomic data, anthropology, or musical instruments. So again, similar questions came in 2022 and 21 prelims, where one term which was there in the Hindu or Indian Express, they'll take and ask you just to check whether you have read that article or not, or are you aware of the current affairs happening. Because when one word keeps appearing every day in the editorial, you are expected to know the meaning of it, okay, or in what context it. They don't ask you the meaning, they just ask you the context, whether it is related to medicine or whether it's related to education, sports, like that. You have to know the context at least. So here, museomics is related to genomic data. So it's a study of genomic data obtained from ancient DNA and historic DNA specimens in museum collections. Okay, so now what happened is there's a discovery of 20 new frog species in Madagascar. In the map, try to find out where is Madagascar. Okay, it's an island, so it's very easy to spot. So to more accurately classify these different species of common brown frog in Madagascar, the study team used this method of museomics. This involves extracting and sequencing DNA from preserved frog specimens and comparing that genetic data with the information about the frog's physical appearance. Meaning, to study those frogs, they have used this technique where they study the genomic data. Okay, that is the core idea of it. So they had this, whatever they knew before, whatever they don't know, everything they did a comparison, and that their mating calls, their whatever they are living, their diversity, what they eat, what they live, how long they have been living, that everything they were studying. So that details are given here. Okay. So here, this is actually a science news. Now question number 4, sodium tetrafluoroborate, that is NaBF4 in news is significant in context of iodine reduction, glycol reduction, ammonia synthesis, sulfur extraction. Okay, so this again, unless somebody has taught you this, or you are reading a good current affair magazine like Vysh IAS, or you are reading the newspaper daily, you may not be able to solve it. Okay, because this will not be there in your standard NCERTs or biology textbooks and all which these coaching classes keep telling you to read. Okay, that and all, from there nothing is coming actually. You don't have to read those biology NCERTs of that class, of that chapter which these people are telling. Nowadays nothing is coming from there. Okay, you have to read current affairs and you have to solve good test series. From that only science questions will come. So here answer will be ammonia synthesis. So ammonia synthesis is an important process for industries producing green energy or hydrogen. However, the electrochemical ammonia synthesis process has been limited by the poor solubility of nitrogen in aqueous electrolytes environment. Meaning, whatever they are doing currently, they have this solubility issue, and so it is difficult to do the synthesis. Now, in an effort to address these issues, scientists from Institute of Nanoscience and Technology INST in Mohali has developed a new electrolyte solution called this sodium tetrafluoroborate that not only acts as an N2 carrier in the medium but also functions as a full-fledged co-catalyst with active metal transition metal doped this thing to produce high yield of ammonia under ambient experimental conditions. So they have discovered, or they have developed this new electrolyte compound which helps in the proper solubility, which the problem they had, right, that they are solving through this. That much only you have to know. You don't have to know technical things, because even mains question won't come about these scientific processes which happens in a reactor or in an environment or an electrolyte solution. That UPSC won't ask you. Okay, so you have to just know that this is a compound which was developed by this particular institute. Okay. So now again, this electrochemical reduction of N2 is also called as nitrogen reduction reaction. It is critical for the production of ammonia. Okay. So the remaining is, you can read it. Okay, whatever important point is I have told you here, and the same thing we have repeated here again. Okay, the new electrolyte solution will help in the solubility problem. Okay. So this is in a PIB thing. So PIB, even if you don't read PIB, if you are enrolled to Vysh IAS test series, you don't have to worry, okay, because every PIB important article will be there in the form of MCQ and notes in my current affair PDFs, okay. You don't have to struggle to read yourself, because I know it's a very like time consuming thing. Find out which article is important, which is not, and all that work I am already doing. Even not only PIB, if it's a Down to Earth magazine or the newspapers, at least 11, 12 national newspapers I am covering. So you don't have to worry, everything will be taken care. Now question number 5. Traditionally, sorbent material have been used for. Okay, so sorbent material you would have seen here and there. So what is it traditionally used for? To feed cattle, for natural fertilization, to purify water, for extracting oil. Okay, so first you have to know what is this, what kind of material this is, only then you will be able to solve it. So if you don't know in UPSC exam and all, just skip it, okay, because when you do a answer wrong, you are like 0.66 marks, okay, 0.66 marks will go away, okay. If you do it correct, you will get plus 2 marks, but when you do it wrong, minus 0.66, and maybe you would have reached the cutoff, and because you attempted some questions and made a lot of negative, your 5-6 marks will go away and you will come down the cutoff. So you have to very carefully do. Don't, because coaching classes tell like attempt all 100 questions. That is all foolishness, okay. There's no guarantee that you will clear by doing all 100 and all. You have to do the best 60 to 70 questions. Then only there's a chance that you clear the prelims, okay. So here the answer, sorbent materials are used to purify water. A sorbent is a material used to absorb or adsorb liquids or gases. Examples include a material similar to molecular sieve material which act by adsorption. It has large internal surface area and good thermal conductivity. Traditionally, sorbent materials have been used to purify water by trapping pollutants through an ion exchange process. So these materials, which has good large internal surface and good thermal conductivity, act as a sieve and helps to purify the liquids or gases which pass through it. These materials often suffer from poor kinetics and specificity, leading to limited effectiveness in removing contaminants. In an effort to address this issue, okay, so in that also there is some issues. To solve that, this IISCR, that is Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, developed a new material called this Viologen Unit Crafted Organic Framework, that is IVOFM. Okay, this is developed which will act like this sponge-like material that can effectively clean polluted water. So this is the news actually. So because of that only we framed this question. The material, called as macro or microporous or ionic organic framework, is able to absorb and remove a wide range of toxic contaminants, including organic dyes, antibiotics, pesticides, iodides, oxopollutants such as perrhenate. Okay, so these are all pollutants. Okay, so these are all UPSC can sometimes we can ask if it's there in the news. So these contaminants can pose a direct threat to human health and environment and are commonly found in freshwater sources. So this material combines ion exchange with nanometer-sized macropores and specific binding sites to target and remove pollutants from the water. So again, the size and the sponge effectiveness and all these porous silica compounds which is used, that and all is mentioned here. You can pause and read. It's a Hindu article. So again, my students, when you get this PDF this week, you can again read it to by heart it, okay, like because more you read it, it will get registered in your brain. It's not like one-time reading will never be enough for any content of UPSC. So please read newspaper, join one good test series, solve quality MCQs like this and previous year questions also. More questions you do, okay, because plums will give you this much in a year, but test series will give you this much in a year. So that itself will show you the importance of joining test series. 2024 students, you don't have to worry. A full 1 year batch with daily study timetable will be launched soon in 1 month or 2 months. That time you can join that and study. Okay, the template will be almost the same only, but the test quality and the test content will again improve and increase. Okay. So as I told, if you're weak in history and now prelims is nearing, and if you want to study history questions, you can enroll to this. Or current affairs means you can enroll to this. Polity, full test, geography, economy, environment, science, schemes, everything we have separate test, and questions are coming directly from these every year. Okay, last year also lot of questions came from our test series directly. So please see to it that you are enrolling to this and learning sincerely. Okay, because 1 or 2 years of sincere attempt is enough to clear UPSC. You don't have to give this 4-5 years and all. Okay, so these are the current affair packs. Like that, every plums episode, I'll tell you different subject packs, and you can come and enroll. Okay, so these are the current affair packs, and this is the science and tech specific pack. Okay, so that is the details today. Tomorrow we'll come up with the next episode. Thank you and have a nice day.